for one of the next playoff races, and a car's already sideways. It looks like it's a 13 back in the corner.
Well, you
38
wrecked one
in the lead with the 3 right behind him, and the first caution of the day is out.
It really didn't look like we made contact to me.
Well, you wrecked Taylor, I wrecked
Just
TC.
getting started here at the Brickyard.
We're all leaving now.
I didn't see no
And
contact.
already with the first caution.
On my screen.
I'm going to the back for that. My bad, bro. Yeah. I didn't take you out that time. I took out TC that time. Same way. Same fucking way. Dude, I suck here, bro.
That's all good. You got plenty of races.
Yeah.
Fresh shot.
Oh shit, I had some damage.
All right, Jay Swint, I'm coming to your bumper.
I'll try to go.
Ready
See,
to
I'm on
take the
inside
green
now,
flag
so
here to go back under racing.
I just race, man.
Just remember, I didn't
Side
take
by
the
side as they take the green flag. And they cross the start-finish line with the 00 in the lead on the inside.
That's the first time this year.
38 tries the outside corner, and here comes the 3 on the inside as they come down out of 2 down the back straightaway. And that's going to be the 38 that holds the lead with the 3 right in tow behind him, and the 38 is going to pull out to about 3 or 4 car lengths ahead of the pack.
best spotter ever.
Down the back straightaway they go, single file line. 38 still in the lead with the 3 right behind him, the 00 in third position.
Nice blue sky.
As they come out of turn 3 and wait to enter turn 4, cars a little loose coming out of 3.
My bad, TC.
Oh, you're right.
38 in the 3, the first 2 drivers as they come to the start-finish line, and the 38 will lead this lap. We'll check back toward the back of the field as we ride along here with the 13 outside of the 00. Now the 13 looking to make a move on the 00 as he goes to the high line, and the 00 stays down low and gets the better run off of the corner. 8 right behind the 13 in front of the the 00 in front of the 13 with the 8 right behind him. As they run single file into the corner, we'll check back up toward the front of the pack. We'll ride along here with the 53 and the 28 as they ride down the front straightaway, coming to the start-finish line, 4 car right in front of them. Single file as they enter the first turn. 53 still 2 back from the 4 cars. It's a heated race here coming out of turn 1. And we'll look back up to the front to our leaders. The 3 car still chasing the 38 down to see if he can't gain any ground on him as they come down the back straightaway into turn 3. 3 car takes the middle line, and the 38 goes to the bottom. 38 is going to have a better run off of 3 into 4 as they both go toward the bottom of the racetrack here. Now here comes the 4 car making a hard run back behind the 3. They come down to the start-finish line. It's the 38, the 3, the 4, the top 3 positions, and now the 4 are going to look to the outside of the 3, but he's going to give up the inside lane to the 28 car. And now the 4 will maintain that position, clear the 28 as he looks to make another move on the 3 coming down the back straightaway. Now the 3 looking to the inside of the 38 for the lead, and he's going to clear him down the back straightaway going into turn 3, but here comes the 4 alongside now, and he's going to gain the second position. So now the running order is the 3, the 4, and the 38. 38 had the lead for a couple laps there, gave it up down the back straightaway to the 3 car as we ride along with the leader here as he comes down the front straightaway. And now the 4 is going to look to the inside of the 3 as they cross the start-finish line. 3 still had the lead there and led that lap, but here comes the 4 on the inside, and he's going to have a good run down into the corner. Now they come up, make contact, and the 3 makes contact with the wall, and that gives the 4 the lead. And now the 3 back down to the inside part of the track. 38 looked like he was going to make a move there, along with the 28, the 57 right behind them. 4 car still in the lead as the 3 car made contact with the wall.
Maybe.
And now the 4 car got a rear view mirror full of the next 2 cars back as the 3 and the 20, or excuse me, the 38 were coming hard into that turn. Now the 38's going to look to the inside of the 3. Now he jumps back behind him as they go single file down the front straightaway. 4 car still in the lead, and now here's the 56 going to jump out and look to the inside of the 38, but not going to clear him coming off the turn. Still the 4 and the 3, the top 2 spots here, as we're still riding along with the 3 with the 38 right behind them. And the 4 jumps out to about a 4 or 5 car length lead. The next 4 cars single file right behind him. The 3, the 38, and the 53 all in a single file line as they exit the corner of the car. That's the 38 car, makes contact with the wall. And now he's going to lose a couple spots.
Man, I had you good too. I was pushing for a hot minute.
Hey, 2 to go in the stuff.
Sideways.
2 laps to go as we come down to the end of this stage. The 4 car still leads as they go into 1. There's the 3 car back behind him and the 38 right behind him. Top 3 cars in the running order.
Did you take 4 tires, Biscuit?
Right along here with the leader as we come down. Still 2 laps to go here in this stage. He has a big lead here on the front of this field
4.
as he's about 7 or 8 car lengths out ahead of the 3 car.
Oh, wow.
And now trouble behind him is the 3 and the 28.
Oh, I'm on that.
28 still going through the grass. As we look behind the 4 car, that just opens the door for the 4 car to get a bigger lead and stretch this lead out as he comes in between the grandstands down the front straightaway. Now 1 to go here in this stage. 4 car clearly out front, not going to be challenged by anybody in this stage if nothing goes wrong and he gets into the grass there, but maintains his position. He's going to win the stage as he goes into 2, and now there's trouble behind him. We'll see who that is. The 13's in the wall. The 00.
Sorry, guys.
Looks like the 3 behind him, 3's cars, is all crushed up on the front end of that car. The nose of that car is pushed back, and that's going to bring out the caution, and the 4 car will win this stage as caution comes out.
I got you, Biscuit, when I get back up there.
Oh, you good, man?
I was wrecking Swint when you run
I
into
38 car
coming,
led
man.
most of the laps on that run, but ultimately it was the 4 car that won that stage. And man, I'm going to tell you, when he took the lead, he jumped out in front of everybody and wasn't giving it up. And when the 3 made contact with the wall, that opened the door for the 4. Now we'll get set again to go under green as the 4 car still in the lead. He's going to be on the inside row as the 53 is on the outside. The top 2 cars as they go into 1. Side by side as they take it down into turn 1. And now the 8 car looks to make a move on the outside, but he gets in the wall and he's not going to be able to do it. The 53 in the lead, but here comes the 4 again down on the bottom. Now the 00 looking into the inside of the 53, and he's going to take that position. And here comes the 38. 53 dropped 3 spots there as he only had the lead very, very briefly. 3 car way back behind the field as the 4 still out front here. Right along here with the 4. Nice paint scheme for the Busch Ford as he's leading this race and bumps the wall there coming out of turn 4. We'll see if that opens the door for some of the some of the front of the pack to catch up to the leader. And here comes the 00 and the 38 with a big push down the front straightaway as they go into turn 1. 38 still on the bumper of the 00. The 4 still leading this race, but now the 00 is going to look down to the inside. That's going to open the door for the 38, but here comes the 53 right behind him. Now they jump back single file as they stack up back behind the 4 car. Again, he made contact with the wall on that last lap. Let these other cars close the gap there and get up to the bumper of that 4.
Underneath the drum.
But now he's 2 or 3 car lengths out ahead of him as the 28 gets into the 00 car and moves him up the racetrack. 00 makes contact with the wall as riding side by side here. That's going to open the door for the 4 to kind of stretch this lead out as he did in the first stage. Now the 53 gains that second position from the 38 car as they go out down into turn 1. The 4 car still out front by a couple car lengths. 38 rides back behind the 53 with the 00 back behind him. First 4 cars in the top of the field, the 4, the 53, the 38, and the 00. As we'll check on the 8 and see where he's riding at. Mustang 03288. Got some damage to the front of the car. Well back behind the field. He's going to need a caution to come out to catch up to this pack. As we see him go down the back straightaway there, down into turn 3. Right along with the 13 here. As he comes out of turn 4, down the front straightaway. He's ahead of the 8 car, but still has lost this draft to the other cars up ahead of him. And if you're one of these guys in the back, you're going to need a caution. No damage to the 13. It's not sure if he just got shuffled out from the draft. But again, no damage to the 13 as we ride with him down the back straightaway here. 8 car still losing track position as the front of this field starts to pull away from him. We'll see who's back behind the 8 car. Saw somebody back there just a second ago. We'll ride along with the leaders here as the 4 car still out front, the 53 and the 38. The first 3 cars back behind them by about 7 or 8 car lengths is the 00. The first 3 have pulled away here as they come down the front straightaway. 4 car still in the lead as he takes the corner down into turn 1. 53 looking to do anything he can to close that gap. 38 right behind the 53, waiting for him to slip up and make a move. And we've seen it time and time again. One of these cars gets into the wall just slightly. That opens the door for the car behind him. 53 down the back straightaway. 38 right there closing up on his bumper. We'll see if the 38 tries to give him a push to get up there to the leader and see if one of them can make a move to get around him. But first you've got to get there. The 4 car still leads as the first 3 cars have pulled away from this pack. And now instead of about 7 or 8 car lengths, it's about 10 or 12 as we ride along with the 3 car here back in no man's land. He's back behind the 8 car, it appears. No one relatively around him. Looked like he was just about to go down into the pits, but may have just gotten loose coming off of turn 4 as he crosses the start-finish line. And now he's going to go down into turn 1, well back behind the field. And again, these cars in the back going to need a caution or something to come out so they can fix the damage on these cars and catch back up to the front of this field as we'll ride along here with the 28. He's riding right behind the 00. This is a race, I believe, for 4th place. As he gets to the bumper of the 00, 00 gets a better run coming off of 4 as he gets into the wall. We'll see if the 28 can gain any kind of momentum down the front straightaway as they come to the stripe. 28 getting in the draft of the 00. He's going to make a run up to his back bumper. He lifts early and gets a better run down into the corner. And he's going to get under the 00 as they come out of turn 1. He's going to bump the 00, moves him up the line, and takes that position. Ride for the 4th position as we ride along with the 28 TCW 1987. We saw him just take the 00, move him up the track a little ways, and now he's going to take that 4th position. And looks like we've got a battle up front. We'll see the 4 car coming off of turn 4, still the first 3 cars. We'll see what happened with the 53. He was riding in the 2nd position, looked like he was going to make a move there, and now he's back in the third position. The 4 car just too dominant here early in this race as he crosses the start-finish line again. And coming down into turn 1 is the 4 car still with the lead, about 10 car lengths on the car ahead of him. The real race here is back for 2nd place as we see the 38 Still in second place.
Yeah.
53 looks to the inside, but not going to get there. Is he going to go outside?
Loose, boy.
He goes to the outside of the 38. He's going to squeeze him up toward the wall.
Give me
They
that
may
side
make a
drive.
little bit of contact.
Oh!
38 puts the 53 into the wall, and that's going to slow the momentum of the 53 just momentarily as the 53 comes back on the inside. And
Oh,
whoa!
shit. That bitch is
We were
loose,
riding
boy.
alongside the 53 and the 38, and the
Shit.
53 just got really loose coming out of that corner and slid up in front of the 38 and hit the wall. And he hit the wall hard as he's still down on the apron. Not sure if he's going to pit under green here.
All right.
Caution still not out.
I hope you're right
As
front burn.
we're going to
Oh,
ride
this
along
good.
with the Biscuit here. The 4 car still in the lead as they come down to the last few laps here in the stage.
That shit's all over the place, center off, man. I can't do nothing with it.
We
He's
ain't
still
catching
way
this.
out ahead of this field.
He's
Had a
5.5
strong,
seconds.
dominant car up to this point. As he comes off the turn
We
here
got one more stage.
and goes down into turn 4.
We might
Coming out
have to tighten these
Now
cars up a
of
little
turn 4 down the front straightaway. Got a little bit loose there. Went up
bit.
toward
Actually,
the wall.
mine's pretty good. Mine's not too
But
bad.
he's
I'm
still
happy with mine.
going to be leading this lap, and we'll see what
Here to
that
go.
does to the 53 here as he's just now coming off of pit road. He's going to go a lap down as the 4 car passes him.
Coming up on
It's going to
you,
take him a lot of time to gain that ground. The 4 car makes contact with the wall as he comes out of turn 2 there. We'll ride along right behind him. Got 2 cars down in the grass now. It's the 00 and the 53. 53 is still spinning. Man, he's in the grass all the way to the inside wall.
He said he's still spinning.
I'm not sure what happened there, but I turned the camera. The 53 and the 00 were both spinning. I went back, and the 53 just kept spinning.
Biscuit, just keep on messing up, man. I'm slowly grabbing you.
3
We got one
car.
to go.
We ride along with him now as he goes
I'll
down
say keep
into
messing
the
up.
turn. Right along with the leader. The 4 car still out front. Now only about 8 or 9 car lengths as the second place car is catching up to his back bumper, but not going to have time here in this stage, I do not believe, to get to that 4 car. And I'm going to tell you, if you do get to the back end of that 4 car, it's going to be hard to get around him. He's got a strong, dominant car early in this race.
Man, I'm a dumb motherfucker if I get up down.
Gets down
Yeah,
into
just like
turn
that
3
last
down the
lap.
back straightaway.
What is that?
Comes out of turn 3 still with the advantage here. The next car behind him still about 8 or 9 car lengths away as he comes out of turn 4 down the front straightaway towards the start-finish line.
I got you next stage, so I'll be right beside you this time.
And the 4 car all the way to the inside wall. Now he goes to the outside. And
Stage over.
that's going to be the end of the stage because I didn't see anybody crashing back behind him. So the 4 car wins stage 2 with about 7 or 8 car lengths there on the car behind him. Now in that stage, the 4 car stayed out front the entire time, just about. And if there's anybody that can get up there to the back of him, it's going to be hard to get around him. His car's really strong.
I got 23% on the right here.
I got 32.
Let's see what the running order is here after pit stops. Know there's some guys in the pits. A couple have to fix damage. We saw the 8 car had a little bit of damage on the front end of his car. I'm sure he's going to fix that. A couple more cars, the 3 car, lucky for him, he's going to get back up there in the mix with everything. As we rode along with him, and he was way far back off the field. See what the starting order is when they take the green flag here in just a few moments. Getting ready to go green as the leaders come down to the green flag down the front straightaway.
AJ Schwint.
4 car's going to be on the outside. The 38's going to be on the inside.
Should be by that.
He's going to take the lead going down into turn 1. The 3 car right behind the 38. Again, all it takes is one pit stop to be right back up there in the mix. 3 and the 4 make contact as they come into turn 1.
Going off into 1 and 2. That's
38 takes the lead. The 4 car back behind him. Now the 28 looks to make a move on the 4 car to the inside. 4 car gets the better run down the back straightaway, pushed by the 8. The 38 car still out front as the leaders go into turn 3. Single file now. 38, the 4, the 8, and the 28. First 4 positions as they go into turn 4. Coming out of the 4th turn now, the 38 still in the lead, but here comes the 4 car hot on his tail as they go down the front straightaway, and now he's going to look to the inside of the 38 car. And here comes the 4 making a push back to the front as they touch right there into the first corner. The 4 comes up, makes contact with the 38, and now they're going to go into the second corner. The 4 looks to have the advantage. But here comes the next 3 cars back behind him as the 38 gets a better run off of turn 2 down the back straightaway.
I'll show you high side.
38 car still out front as the 4 car challenged him there in turns 1 and 2, but he got a better run down the back straightaway. And he's going to take the lead all to himself as they go into turn 4. The 28 and the 4 right behind the 38, with the 8 right behind them. Now the 8 jumps out all by itself as the leaders go single file. And now the 4 looks to the outside of the 38. He's going to look for any way he can to get around him here. The 38 has the advantage and going to have the run off of the first corner. But here comes the 28 as the 4 and the 38 were riding side by side. That opened the door for him to get up there and close the gap on the leaders. Now the 4 car looking to the inside. Here comes the 4 car down into turn 3. He's going to look to clear the 38. He will get in front of him and go up and make the block.
Shit.
And now the 4 a little bit loose there off of turn 3. But he's going to maintain the lead as they come down across the start-finish line. The 4, the 38, the 28, and the 53, the first 4 cars. We've seen these 4 cars up front all race long. The 8's not too far behind them, but losing momentum as the first 4 cars pull away. Here comes the 38 back down, looking to the inside of the 4, but the 4 quickly slams the door. If you had to pick 2 of the strongest cars here in this race, it's going to be the 4 and the 38, as the first 4 now nose to tail as they go down into turn 3. Big push there from the 38 as he was getting pushed by the 2 other cars, which launched the 4 car into the corner. You thought maybe the 4 car would slide up the corner there and open the door for one of the other cars back behind him that lifted a little bit earlier to get that run down to the inside part of the track. But that was not the case. The 4 held his line really good there in that turn, and he's still going to lead the race as those first 4 cars are now breaking out. 4 and the 28 go to the inside. The 38 stays high. The 28 down inside the 38, but the 38 gets the run off the corner. Down the back straightaway go the leaders as they run single file as they have the past couple laps here in this race. We'll check back with the number 8 car as we watch him now go into turn 3. He's riding back behind the first 4 leaders. And there's about 7 or 8 car lengths separating him and the top 4 cars, but back behind him there's about 10 or 15 car lengths.
Biscuit, you're not going to have no bag bumper after this race.
In between the 8 car and the first one back from him. And that's going to be the 00.
You might not have one either.
And the 13 racing now, racing back behind the 8 car, and the 3 car coming off the pits here. Not sure what happened there, as the 13 looks to the inside of the 00 and takes the position from him.
Yeah, my bad.
Good straight.
Let's check in with the 3 car here, as we'll find out what happened to him and why he had to go to the pits. Let's see if we can't Blue Sky, you got me? This is Mike.
Yeah, I hear you.
Just saw you coming off the pits there, man. Was tire wear an issue? You have to fix some damage. What was the reason for the pit?
I got put in the wall, and I just had damage, and I was just so far back anyway.
I'm gonna push you all the way up, like right
Didn't
before
really
we
matter,
get to the
so I just pitted and got tired.
I got you. I got loose off
That
of
when
that
Gator
thing.
comes from,
Got some fresh tires there for the run. As the leader stayed out, you heard him got into the wall there, but you see the fresh tires gets him around the 13, and he's put a couple car lengths in between him and the 13, and now he looks to make a move on the 00 as he got into the wall, and now the 3 car on the better tires right in front of the 00 as he went right by the 13 and the 00 on better tires there. But probably going to be...
I'm having to start letting up a little bit more than what I was.
A lap, maybe 2 laps down. We'll ride back with the leaders here. 4 cars still in the lead, the 28. First car back from him, the 38 and the 53, racing side by side back behind the 28. They're doing anything they can to catch the 4 car. He's been out front just about this entire race. And they can get up there to him, but they just can't get around him as he's maintaining the advantage. And again, they get right there to the bumper of the 4 cars. They go down in to turn 3 off the back straightaway. And now a car into the wall. That was the 28, got spun around. 38 right there. He just came down right on top of him. And that's going to take the 28 out of the mix there.
Caution.
As the caution comes out, 38 and the 28, they're involved in that caution. And we'll talk to the 28 and see what happened here.
38. Oh, we got 6 to go.
TCW, this is Mike. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Walk us through what happened there with the 38 cars. Y'all got tangled up and brought out the caution.
We got side by side, and it was pretty close, and really neither one of us is at fault. We just, the wind got caught on one of us. We come down, I would hit the wall, come down, hit the bottom, and that was all she wrote.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time with us. 38 car out front as they take the green flag. The 4 car back in the field. I'm going to assume that he took tires. As we see 2 cars go around there.
Here we go,
and that should bring out the caution.
Here we go.
It will bring out the caution. The 13 was in the lead when the caution came out. With the 38 and the 4 right behind him.
I know. No.
That was my fault. I don't know who I got into. Sorry.
John was sleeping off the jump. I don't know.
I'm not even sure what car it was.
Just right there. Out of the green flag, another caution flies. As 2 cars get tangled up back in behind the leaders. And it brings out our 3rd caution of the day. As we should be getting down to the last couple laps of the race. We'll check in with one of the drivers and see how many laps we got left. 13 leader, you got me? How many laps you got there, bud? 2 laps left. That will be a green, white, checkered here. As we take the green flag and the leader goes down into turn 1. Now he's going to slide up the racetrack. That's going to open the door for the 4 if he can get there. But the 4 goes around.
Yes, kid, I'm sorry, dude. I don't know if that was
the
me or you,
38 is going to be right there behind the 13. And we'll see if that brings out the caution. So far, it hasn't. They still running back down the back straightaway. 13 in the lead after being so dominant in this race. The 4 car spun around right there on the first lap of the green, white, checker. Now the 38 to the inside of the 13, and here comes the 28 to the inside of the 38. 13 gets pushed back out of the mix, and now it's the 38 and the 28 racing for the lead as the 28 takes the clear advantage. Now the 3 comes inside the 38, coming down to the white flag. 28 and the 3, the first two cars riding side by side as they come down the front straightaway. 38 riding right behind them, looking for one of them to make a mistake. But the 3 car looks to the inside of the 28. He's going to take the lead down in the first turn. And coming into the second turn, the 3 car still in the lead. The 28 right behind him. Going to look to make a move coming down the back straightaway. 38 and the 13 right there if something were to happen. 8 car still not out of this race. 38 in third position. We'll ride along with him to watch the leaders as the 3 car drives it deep into the corner. But here comes the 28 on the crossover move. He may
oh my God, shit.
try to go inside the 38 into the wall. Spins around.
Shit.
And we'll ride with the 13 as it's a drag race down the front straightaway. And it's going to end under caution.
God damn it.
Damn, second. Good job,
Man,
Blue
what a
Sky.
race there off of turn 4. The 38 car got spun around, and that's going to give the win to the 3 car.
I should have took fucking tires. I want
And
to take
after-
right sides. That's the first fucking shit.
What are you talking about?
Good run, bro. Oh,
Man, I don't know.
Let's check with the winner here.
I don't know, but
Blue
good
Sky
job,
NC,
Blue
you got
Sky,
me?
man.
This is Mike.
Yeah, I hear you.
we just finished
Man,
the
what a
first
win there in that race. It came down to the last turn. The 38 got spun around, but that ultimately gave the win to you. What a run today to get you up there to the front.
Yeah, man, it was up and down. That's a hard racetrack to race side by side on anyway. And I was in the wall. I was wrecked. I was in the back. I was actually a lap down at one point and caught a yellow. Got lucky. They're on that last caution. Come in, got tires, and I think really that was the difference. Because going into 4, I was able to hang on the outside of TCW there, and I guess I was just ahead of him enough when the yellow come out.
Man, what a race it was. You went down on that final lap, took the lead, gave the lead up, then took it again. And the 38 got spun around and, again, ultimately finished under caution. But, again, going a lap down into the race, you got wrecked, you know, got into the wall a couple times. And what a strong run to get you back up to the front. Good race, and congratulations.
Man, yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
And that'll be all for this broadcast here at Indianapolis as the 3 car takes the win here on the last lap. Caution came out. And we will be right back with the race at Darlington here in just a few moments.
on my fucking left, dude. Every time I went off in the corner, the motherfucker jacked up sideways like a super late model, and I could barely catch it, and then I was able to drive it off, but then we got to that last corner, bro. I hit the brake and tried to set the car up.
Give me just a second, guys.
Y'all see it on the video when I freaking stabbed the brake.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Man,
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, should I wreck this motherfucker or not? I was like, no, I'm not going to. I tried to run you clean as best I could.
No, that was clean. It is. I hope I didn't get. I was worried about Biscuit because I was hoping that I didn't know if I put him in the grass or if he went in the grass. I couldn't tell because it happened so fast.